In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Welcome, viewers. This episode introduces a new format. The channel receives thousands of medical comments and inquiries, and unfortunately, I do not have the time to reply in writing to every single comment, especially since medical explanations require a lot of time. Moreover, many questions are repeated by different viewers. Therefore, I decided to gather your comments and answer them sequentially in this video. We will see if this format appeals to you and proves useful. If so, we will continue this series. We will take all the comments from the videos and start answering them one by one. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. The first question asks about the best time to take blood pressure medication like Conquer on an empty stomach. The best time to take blood pressure medication is at night before bed, but if the medication is combined with a diuretic, the rule changes. Diuretics lower blood pressure by excreting sodium. If taken at night, they will disturb your sleep and force you to use the bathroom frequently. So, standard blood pressure medication is taken at night, while those combined with a diuretic are taken in the morning. Another question: should sodium bicarbonate be taken before or after a meal? The definitive answer is, it must never be taken after a meal. The stomach secretes acid during and after eating to facilitate digestion and kill microbes. If you take bicarbonate after eating, you will neutralize this acid and disrupt the digestive process. We take it as a treatment on an empty stomach twice a week for regular maintenance, and perhaps daily only for the first 2 weeks. However, if you experience sudden acidity or heartburn due to food, you can take a dose as an immediate and temporary treatment to relieve acidity and stomach ulcers. Currently, most stomach ulcer medications are combined with bicarbonate. For example, the drug omeprazole has half a gram of sodium bicarbonate added to it to provide immediate relief. A follower from Saudi Arabia asks if the roots of the Al-Mohamady family trace back to Medina. This is a great honor that every Muslim wishes for. Indeed, many Hijazi families and tribes migrated and settled in Egypt and Upper Egypt hundreds of years ago. A question about the eye medication fluoxetine, commercially known as Prozac. This medication is available in all pharmacies, but I do not recommend using it for eye problems except for those over the age of 50. The drug is primarily used to treat depression, and if your doctor prescribed it for psychological reasons, you may use it safely. But for treating eye problems, it should be reserved for those over 50, as I explained. A follower asks about mixing green tea with ground cloves and marjoram. Green tea is the foundation, and you can add any herbs that improve its taste and increase its benefits to make it more palatable for you. The follower praised the recipe of the great Dr. Mazen al-Sakha from beloved Palestine. I have watched some of his videos, and they are indeed highly scientific and very useful. A follower asks about the moringa herb, which caused them stomach cramps. We will dedicate an episode to moringa to explain the correct way to consume it. The rule is, not everything natural is absolutely safe. Herbs are only safe when used in the correct dosages. Regarding olive oil, the best type is extra virgin olive oil first cold press. We in the North African and Levantan countries Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, Palestine, and Syria have the best olive oil in the world. A follower praises Syrian and Palestinian olive oil. It is certainly unparalleled. We in Egypt rely on excellent Egyptian olive oil, or imported ones, but Levantan oil possesses a special quality. A follower says she drank bicarbonate for 2 weeks and then discovered she had a gallstone. Bicarbonate has absolutely no relation to gallstones. Gallstones form due to the accumulation of cholesterol and liver problems over a very long period. Gallstones are a chronic condition and do not form in 2 weeks. Since you discovered the stone, you must consult a doctor to evaluate its size. Small stones can be dissolved, while large ones may require intervention. Question: do green tea and coffee affect high blood pressure and heart rate? Green tea's effect is very mild and is actually healthy for blood pressure patients. Coffee is a stimulant, so it is recommended to consume it during the day and not excessively at night to avoid affecting sleep quality. Regarding the one-leg stand test to measure general health, those who cannot pass it are advised to exercise and take supplements to strengthen their muscles. I previously explained the benefits of L-carnitine for muscle strengthening. A question about black tea: is it beneficial? Yes, black tea is very beneficial provided you do not add too much sugar to avoid health problems. Green tea is slightly better, but black tea remains excellent. A question about the DHEA hormone to increase ovarian reserve for a 37-year-old woman. Yes, one of the most important uses of this hormone is increasing egg reserve, and it can be used safely for up to a full year. It is also beneficial for men to increase testosterone and sperm count. Additionally, it is a powerful anti-aging agent that restores youth for both sexes and can be safely used to boost fertility levels. A follower warns about commercial fraud in stevia sugar. Unfortunately, this happens, and it is the role of regulatory authorities in each country to ensure product quality and that it is not mixed with regular sugar. Regarding green tea capsules in pharmacies, they offer the same benefits if they contain the same active ingredient, but they are more expensive due to manufacturing processes. Natural tea remains the best and most economical option. An important question about aspirin after age 60. Giving aspirin daily to those over 60 is discouraged due to the risk of bleeding, especially in fragile brain arteries. It should only be taken when necessary as a painkiller or by a doctor's prescription. Another issue with aspirin is that it causes stomach acidity, which is where sodium bicarbonate can be helpful. No drug is flawless. It must be used with caution. A follower says that parsley seeds significantly lower blood sugar. Parsley leaves are known for their benefits, but I will medically research the seeds. If it helps and doesn't harm, it's an experience worth acknowledging. Regarding artificial sweeteners, diet sweet sucralose is safe and no harms have been proven. However, one must be cautious of aspartame, which was withdrawn from some countries due to its negative impact on the brain and links to certain diseases. I apologize for occasionally delaying responses due to work commitments. Preparing scientific videos requires a long time to read research and extract accurate information to simplify it for the public, so I ask for your understanding. Returning to black tea, when we traveled abroad to study, we noticed the tea there tasted awful. We later discovered the issue was the water, not the tea itself, so we relied on Turkish coffee instead. Regarding pomegranate extract, there is a substance extracted from it called Urolithin A. It is a very potent anti-aging agent that treats muscle weakness, currently sold as capsules in countries like Switzerland. Pomegranates are abundant here and are a tremendous muscle strengthener. Regarding Arabic coffee in Japanese research, the studies cover coffee generally black and regular, and its positive effects include all types. As for the vision loss we discussed previously, it is the type associated with specific diseases like macular edema or glaucoma, not standard vision loss caused by aging and loss of lens flexibility. I will dedicate a separate episode to that. There are rumors in some countries that stevia causes cancer, which is absolutely untrue. Stevia is a safe, natural sweetener. The sweeteners that raised concerns are aspartame and saccharin. A question about olive leaves. Research proves that the active ingredients in olive leaves are 100 times more potent than in the oil, and they do not cause weight gain. The extraction method is precise to prevent oxidation, and I will explain it in detail in a future video. Olive leaf extract lowers cholesterol, cleanses arteries, regulates blood sugar, and fights aging cells with incredible efficacy. For those asking what is carbonato, it is sodium bicarbonate. Its names may vary in Arab countries, like soda in Iraq. It's a white, alkaline powder used in cooking and to relieve acidity, and is completely different from carbonated drinks. It is sold cheaply at herbalists. If unavailable, you can use baking powder packets as a temporary substitute because they contain sodium bicarbonate. A follower asks about difficulty speaking, sweating, and a stiff neck during stress. These are physiological symptoms linked to a psychological state like anxiety or social phobia. A specialist should be consulted to diagnose it and prescribe an appropriate, simple treatment. A question about fractured back vertebrae and nerve pain. Does carbonato help? Carbonato relieves inflammation and salts, but a fracture requires specialized medical intervention. Carbonato only helps in treating the side effects of painkillers like acidity. To confirm, The best time for sodium bicarbonate is in the morning on an empty stomach, or before bed for those who do not have blood pressure issues. It is strictly prohibited for high blood pressure patients, or immediately after eating, except in emergency acidity cases from fried foods. Using bicarbonate in moderation protects the stomach lining and treats ulcers, but excess use is harmful. Twice a week is perfectly sufficient for regular maintenance. I apologize for the typographical error in the olive video, spelling a word with the letters AIN instead of thal. Editing text in videos after uploading is technically difficult, so we apologize for this oversight. Regarding nerve weakness, we often confuse muscle weakness with nerve weakness. To strengthen nerves, we use vitamin B12 and its derivatives. There is a very potent substance called alpha-lipoic acid, which is an antioxidant and comprehensive nerve nutrient. An important question about glucophage: is a dose of 2000 milligrams daily safe? Yes, it is the maximum safe limit. However, the only flaw of glucophage is that it reduces vitamin B12 absorption, so one must take B12 injections weekly to compensate. Otherwise, glucophage is a magical drug that protects the heart, cleanses the liver, and reduces sugar production. Another question about coenzyme Q10 CoQ10. Its maximum daily dose reaches up to 100 milligrams, and it is highly beneficial. As for treating vision loss caused by glaucoma, research was temporarily halted due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and final results for human trials have not yet been published. Why do some warn against niacin vitamin B3? Niacin does not cause liver cirrhosis. It is the elixir of youth. But nicotinic acid causes flushing and facial redness, so we prefer the niacinamide form to avoid these symptoms. Niacin is safe and very beneficial. I apologize again for any pronunciation errors during recording, as my focus is primarily on scientific accuracy and the medical information itself. Some say there is no escaping aging. Yes, there is no escaping death, but modern research considers aging the root cause of all chronic diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, and joint weakness that occur after age 30, which cannot be cured but rather managed. If we can fight the causes of aging, the goal is not immortality, but to live our destined time in good health, without pain, suffering, or dependence on others. I recall an elderly patient who was unable to move. After giving him an anti-aging protocol, he regained his vitality and the ability to serve himself. This is the true goal of anti-aging sciences: quality of life. Regarding the carbonato video and the observation that I drink with my left hand, this is a technical issue due to camera mirroring during filming, but I actually use my right hand. For those who do not have lemons, you can add apple cider vinegar to sodium bicarbonate to activate it. Over time, you will get used to its taste and can drink it with just water. I will stop at this point with the comments. If you found this format useful, please let me know in the comments so we can continue this series or hold a live broadcast soon to answer your questions. Thank you, and peace, mercy, and blessings of God be upon you.